away we go. All righty. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Zoom. And I trust everybody had a great Easter and didn't gorge out too much on the chocolates. And now that's enough of the telling lies. You've got to be honest from here on in, okay? Of course you pigged out on chocolates. Look at you, grinning like shot foxes. Unbelievable. And so that's all good. All righty. Well, firstly, a little congratulations to Lisa Sherratt. As some of you know, Lisa went manager, not this weekend gone, the weekend of the function. So congratulations to you, Lisa. Well done and well earned. And she's in the process of breaking another manager underneath her as well. So that's exciting times. So that's real good, Lisa. Well done. And so what I think we kick off with tonight, just for a few minutes, is some of the highlights we got out of going to Celebration up in Brisbane. Some of the things that we thought were pretty good or that we liked the most, or, you know, what you got out of it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'll start on my top left, which is Mike Stevenson. Mike, is there anything you've got that, you know, you put up there as a bit of a highlight? Hang on, I better unmute you first. That'd be handy. Okay, Mike's unmuted. There you go.
Yeah, Tim, I think the main thing was just the reinforcement of how good we've got it in the FSI system. How miles in front Trevor and the team are in having the systems in place that these guys don't even get.
Yeah.
So that was the big learning for me. The most fun was the Pyramid Pam.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, she was a hoot.
Yep.
And some of the reinforcement of the technical science stuff about how good the nutrition and products we've got are was really, really, really positive.
Yeah, the science talks were really good.
Mm.
Yeah, for sure. All righty. So, thanks, Mike. I'll put you back on mute. And now what I'll do is I'll come across over here to Ben Gardner. Ben, I'll unmute you. So, mate, what was the highlight for you? What did you pick up?
What I picked up, well, similar to Mike, just to see where we were at as compared to everyone else, but also just to see the demographic that was there, and which pointed out to me that where we're heading is just an avenue that's wide open. It's just fantastic. Most of them are pushing the health and fitness, which is a good, important thing, but a lot of them are sort of focusing on the business as such. So it was good to see that. Yeah.
Yep. No, very good, mate. Excellent.
Mm.
Good. All right. I'll put you back on mute, my friend. Now I'm going to come down straight underneath to Craig. Craig, unmute you. Can you unmute your thing there, Craig, please? There you go. Mate,
I think for me, Tim, was the belief that I got from the company themselves and the family behind the company. And I don't think I've ever been to any other business meeting anywhere with anything that has that strong belief and backbone to the company themselves. And they're committed to this business and the amount of money they put up for bonuses. And then the second thing was just to see how many people standing on stage between 100K and 250K. That was mind-blowing.
Yeah. I mean, that was huge. I mean, just people streaming onto that stage, earning somewhere between 100 and 250,000 for that year. I mean, that is just staggering.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huge.
Good. Thanks, mate. Put you back on mute. Oops, hang on. Mute. Okay. I'll unmute Lisa. All right. Lisa, what was your takeaways on that?
Well, my favourite part of the whole weekend was actually the Saturday night. That was, I went to that function to get to the Saturday night. And just to build that team feeling and that feeling of, I see you guys on the Zoom calls all the time, but to actually get to know you a little bit face to face, it really builds that team spirit and know that you're not alone building this. It's a whole team effort, and that's the thing that got me. Yep. Absolutely. The function was great. The function was fabulous, and I did get some stuff out of it, especially with Zach. I really enjoyed Zach. But Saturday night was the night, my favourite part of the whole weekend. With you.
Jolly good. Yep. Yeah. Thanks, Lise. Excellent. Mute you again. All right. Adam, unmute Adam. All right. Yep. What'd you get?
The whole weekend absolutely fantastic. I got a lot out of Zach with the just the refresher on the contacting, and just to know like what we're doing compared to everyone else. Even though they're saying sponsor your 15 to 20 to find your 6, but then they're straight afterwards saying, well, they're sponsoring 5 a month continuously. So. And I've got no idea how they work with them all, obviously churn, but we got a fair bit out of Kylie Robinson. Her belief in the company and what she by the sound of that, she basically sponsors every person she speaks to.
Yeah.
She just got the belief in her of the business, the product, and however they're doing it. But she was saying how at the time she's getting some renovations done on her house, and she had, 5 or 7 tradies in there working, and by the end of the day she'd sponsored every single one of them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Don't let an opportunity go past. So
basically that's what you're saying. If you're talking to somebody, don't let the opportunity go past, because you don't know if they're the one that's actually looking. But, what I got from that, the more you do it, the better your belief and the better rate you're going to have.
Yeah, that's right. No, very, very good. All right. Thanks, Adam. I'll put you on mute now, and I'll come over here to Peter Benson. Unmute Mr. Peter. Hey, mate.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. What did you get out of the function, Pete? What was your highlight?
Oh, all those pretty girls. I was like a hare on heath.
Just for you blokes, there was a lot of ugly girls up there. It was terrible. Right?
It was. But I think the people who've spoken before have encapsulated what I got out of it. Obviously, I got a bit out of Paul Lacerio with his prize, and can't wait for his book. And unfortunately, the live download that you can now access the celebration. His printouts aren't available yet because I go through all sorts of dilemmas on what to have, and totally confused with my rowing program.
Yep.
And as you know, Jilly went, and she's a naturopath, and had some doubts and reservations about the products being commercial, with her training, just to find out that it was all natural and all of it's plant-based.
Yeah.
Was just like a breath of fresh air to her.
That's good. Yeah, good, mate. Good. All right. Thanks, Pete. I'll put you back on mute. Okay. Now, guys, look, it's so hard to get across what that function was all about. And for us who went, we are the transference. It's our job to transfer what we saw, what we felt, what we heard across to those of you who weren't able to make it. and also to get that belief, to transfer that belief into new people as well. So, you know, I give you an example. I just had to take Cyan, my granddaughter, to karate tonight at 6:30, and there's a security guy standing on the door there at the recreation centre. And so I was talking to him, and I said, a little bit boring here tonight, mate. He says, boring here every night. He said, I'm standing here leaning against the wall so as I don't fall down out of boredom. And I said, so if you had a choice, what would you be doing? He said, if I had a choice, I'd be doing anything but this. I said, good. You and I need to talk, right? So I contacted him. And what I said to him was, I said, mate, look, I was at a conference in Brisbane, 2 weekends ago. I said, and you would not believe it. This is a conference on networking and the geometric progression of numbers of how people make money. I said, and I was talking to a guy up there, he's making $22,000 a week. I said, like, he might be a Superman. But I said, surely you and I could be a Jimmy Olsen. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he could be Superman. He can make 22,000. If you and I only made $5,000 a week, that'd be all right, wouldn't it? He said, hell yeah. Right? And I came away from that function with a couple of things like Mike touched on. Well, you've all touched on various parts of it, but the Chatham system is the most brilliant thing inside the realm of isogenics. The Chatham system is the most terrible thing inside isogenics. Now, I just contradicted myself. It's the most brilliant thing inside isogenics. However, if all you do is go, oh, we've got the Chatham system, and don't put it into practice and don't utilize it and don't develop it and don't use it to build your business, then it's a terrible thing. You just frustrate the socks off you. All right? And so we know that nobody else inside of isogenics has got a system we've got. The only thing they're doing that we're not doing, and I've said this to Trevor and everybody I came across on the weekend in our group, is they have shown a lot more people the plan. Right? They're out actioning us. They're out working us. They're working a lot harder at this than any of us. The other thing I got was I love Zach Slobin. Some of the stuff he was going through was really, really good. And in that, I'm going to play a little video of Zach Slobin's in a minute. And, you know, to transfer this belief into other people can sometimes be difficult. We try and be pretty cool and calm and a bit suave about some of our approaches. Quite frankly, you've just got to be who you are yourself and just get about it and get it done in doing that. Now, the whole thing with building an isogenics business is we can see the bigger picture, but we've got to talk to people sometimes about how they focus on them, how they can earn their first few dollars. So let me share the screen and show people how they can earn their first few dollars. All right. Now, I'm going to use this one. All right. Everybody got that on their screen, I hope. Hang on. I'm just going to drop that back. Ooh, where did that go? Took off on me. Okay. My meeting is there. Why can't I get back to the meeting, guys? I've lost the meeting. Okay. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to stop sharing the screen, get everybody back, and we'll do that again. Share the screen and go there. All righty. Now, when we first show people the plan, sometimes, you know, we've got so many tools. We've got Trevor's little 10-minute video we can send out. Now, that's not the only way to contact people. it is a way, but not the only way. You might contact somebody and say, well, look, let's sit down for a coffee. I'll show you what I got. They haven't even seen the video yet. And you can sit down and show them the plan using the plan sheet and the videos. But what we're actually trying to explain to people is this. New person, that's you, right? You elect to become involved, you register, and you buy your products. And to participate in the bonuses, you need 100 BV of product. Now, some people can do 100 BV in one hit. Some people do 2 lots of 50 BV each fortnight. That's fine. Now, what they do is you sponsor person 1 and person 2, right? Now, a lot of people start off by showing these 2 here before they even get their box of products, because this business is all about who gets into what position, in a sense. If this is you, this could be your son, your daughter, your best friend, your mate at work, whomever, who you would like to see benefit from all the volume that's going to come up through these legs. They'll benefit financially if they decide to build the business. And so by helping this person find their 2 people, the blue ones are the ones sponsored by the green ones. When you put that structure in place within 60 days of your registration, you will get paid a total of $500. Now, how that works is this. By you sponsoring person 1 and person 2, you've become a consultant. You get a $50 bonus for becoming a consultant. When you help this person here sponsor these 2, and this person here sponsor those 2, and everyone's doing 100 points, then Isagenix will pay you $100 for helping each of those people. So now you've got $250. And because you did it in 60 days or less, they'll pay you another $250. So you've now got $500 in your first 60 days. Now, if we keep going with that, and you introduce person 3, person 4, person 5, person 6, so you've introduced 6 people, and you help each of those do the same, they become consultants, right? So you then get a total of $1,650 in the next 60 days. In the next 120 days. Now, the question is this. I don't care what you're doing for $1, but how many extra hours would you have to work in the next 120 days to bring in another $1,600? Chances are most people can't do it. Why? They're not going to give them the hours. Most people today are, there's a lot of transient work, part-time work, and everybody's got to get a little bit of the shift. An extra $1,650 makes a heck of a difference. Then the key is we want to teach each of these people, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, how to do exactly the same. We want this person here to be able to get their 500, then their 1,600, and we want that one to do the same and the same and the same. In doing that, you would make a lot of money because none of this income here is based on any bonus from any of the product going through. This is just rank advancement. This is just rank advancement. And it's not pointing out any PIBs. If this person here bought a 30-day pack, you get a $25 bonus in on top of that again. And, it's just amazing. So let me just stop sharing that screen for now. And so what we're trying to do is we need to see a huge picture of where you could actually go with Isagenix, but we've got to keep it in a position, in a process that's believable and achievable, right? It's got to be believable and achievable. And by showing that there, look, everybody if they registered tomorrow, if you sat down and told them, look, most people in their first few days invite a bunch of people over their house and get those guys sorted so as they get their positions, most people would have a meeting by the weekend. But the whole process was being, oh, well, buy the product, try it for a month, see how you go. Well, you've just waited 30 days out of that 60-day period. Right? Why would you blow off 30 days? Right? And then each person that's getting in, you're saying to them, well, try it for a month, see how you go. Well, you've just blown off any chance of going director. That doesn't work. Just doesn't work. Look, we know the products are good, right? We know they're good. They've sold $5.5 billion worth of the stuff. It's got to be good, right? So one of the things I want to do now is the main reason we're not showing as many plans as we probably could or should or want to or whatever is we're just not sure, right? We're just not sure. Well, I want to play a little video for you now, right? And let's have a little listen to Zach. This is Zach Slobin. Zach's making a fortune. He's Canadian, I believe, but let's have a little listen to Zach.
What's up, guys? It's Zach Slobin, and here at the dog park with George, I just spent 2 hours at the driving range, just kind of practicing, and I got to thinking, what's the number one killer? What's one of the top killers that's preventing you from spending your day doing the things that you want to be doing, spending your day doing the things you love? And in my experience, one of the number one things that kills people's businesses is this. You're making decisions for other people. You're deciding whether or not they can afford Isogenics. You're deciding whether or not they want to take a look at the opportunity. You're deciding that because they're already in shape that they don't need any great nutritional systems. You're deciding that because they're overweight that all they'd be focused on is weight loss and not the opportunity. You're making all these decisions for people without asking them. And how arrogant of us to assume that we know what's going on in somebody else's life. And the moment that you're willing to not make it about you and make it about somebody else is when everything will shift for you. But the only way to actually make this about somebody else is by asking them what's going on in their life, asking them what they would do differently if they could do things differently in their life today, asking them if they had a magic wand and money and time were no consequence, what would they do with their lives? Asking them if they could create one breakthrough in any area of their life right now, what would it be? Because when we ask and we're willing to listen, you will find out that everything you thought to be true about a person is typically the opposite. Typically speaking, the people that you think have money, they need it the most. The people that tell you that they're not any good at sales, they're broke. The people that are fit are dying inside from a lack of real identity and purpose and passion. Stop making decisions for people and just make the decision to serve people. Have a great day, guys.
How good's that? You know, I mean, it's not about you. It's not about me. It's about them. It's about everybody else. It's about helping everybody else. And we assume, we think we know who would and who wouldn't be interested. And like Zach said, nothing could be further from the truth. And how many people have we mentally done that with that are sitting at home tonight, just burnt out, frustrated, don't know what to do, shaking their head, sitting down, getting drunk, watching TV, whatever, because they got no other way to handle their situation. We've got the most amazing products. We've got the most amazing pay system. We've got the most amazing company behind us, and we've got the best system to help people develop their business. I just think it's staggering how good we've actually got it. And all that's missing is for the difference between where you are now and where you're going to be 6 months from now is how many people you're prepared to run the program past. Now, look, it's simple. We've got the sheet, the plan sheet. All we got to do is read that thing. It's just like having a guided conversation. We got the videos. We can press play. and let the experts do the talking on the product, on the money, on the whole lot. All we've got to do is go out there and say, hey, Fred, how you doing? Like Zach said, if you had a magic wand and you could wave it and something dramatic would happen for the better in your life, what would you like it to be? Boom. There's what you show them. Health, wealth, retirement. In actual fact, I was reading an article today in Forbes magazine on why retirees need network marketing. In Forbes magazine. Incredible, right? And the other thing that was in that I saw today was networking is now $186 billion a year industry. It makes the movie industry in Hollywood look like a secondhand toy store. As far as turnover is concerned, we blitz them. You know, it's just a massive, massive, massive industry. And, you know, one of the key things that they said about networkers is that with retirees is that the retirees, the number one thing wasn't the money. It was the community, the positive environment, something to do, something to continue to learn with, and then came the money. Now, I don't mean to be awful, but people around my age group are the biggest portion of the population in the country, right? And like, I don't know who it was that said, I think it might have been Ben that said it, that the demographic, everybody up there's so many young people at that conference, and, you know, they're all running around in their fitness gear and, you know, workout singlets and all that sort of stuff. And clearly that's their niche market. Well, that's fine. Good on them. But there's plenty of other market spaces out there. And if I said to you right now, I'll give you $10 for every name you've actually got written on your list that you could show me right now, right? Then most people would come up with, oh, well, I've got a list here somewhere. Hang on, right? Now, I know a couple of you have got a couple of pretty big lists written, right? But you've got to understand something. That list is worthless unless we put the action into it to get rid of the list. We've got to get names off the list. We've got to get everybody off that list into one of three categories. Yes, they're in. No, they're not interested. I'll catch up with you later. They're your three categories. Yes, they're in. No, they're not interested. Oh, well, I'll talk to you later on. I'll see you in 6 months or whatever. Maybe, right? Now, at the end of the day, everybody on that list is worth more than $10 to you. Now, I think it was Kylie Donaldson, correct? Somebody give me a nod if I'm correct here. Her first meeting, there was a young bloke there called Jackson Parr. Not bad to have a young bloke called Jackson Parr at your first meeting. But there was another lady that she'd invited. She didn't turn up and she didn't follow up. And that was Sammy Davis, as in Brett and Sammy. They got in with somebody else. Right? So what we've got to work out, guys, is this. The people on your list, every one of them, is potentially worth $1 million. Why? Well, they might get in, they might not do much, but they might lead you to this person who might not do much, who then sponsors this person, who might not do much, but sponsors this person goes kaboom. You never know. You never know. And the problem is trying to preserve your list for prosperity doesn't cut it. All right? Doesn't cut it. Now, we've got, I was talking to Trevor and Linda, and we're going to have now Lisa's got Trevor doing a meeting over in Queensland on Friday, I think it is, Lise. Yep, okay. So Trev's doing a meeting over there, but either late in April or early in May, we got Trevor and Linda coming over here. Now, guys, I am absolutely stoked, but we've got to understand something. They're not coming to drink coffee, right? They're not coming over here just to see your smiling face, right? We need to have more people, bums on seats, so as that Trevor and Linda actually have a reason to come and do the teaching and the training. We really do. Now, I'm doing my part. I know a couple of you other guys are doing your part. And, Adam, I spoke to a guy at karate tonight too. If he wants to get in, I'll put him in through you. He's in the dojo here, so that's all good. So, guys, listen, imagine this. Just imagine this. Imagine it's Tuesday and you've got your email and it says, congratulations, you've just been paid. Right? Now, some of you get those emails. Congratulations, you've just been paid. And imagine that it's $5,000 for the week. Now, I want you to imagine what you would actually do with that $5,000. Because next week they're going to pay it to you again. And they're going to pay it to you again the following week. And then they're going to pay it to you again. What would you do? We spend too much time thinking about who's not getting in and not enough time dreaming about what it's going to be like. Because when you build a really good, solid picture in your mind of what's coming, a few no's don't hurt. Who cares? You know, I've actually sponsored people who said no to me the first time I contacted them. A year or so later, I went back and contacted them again. They didn't even remember me contacting them the first time. They didn't even remember it. But they got in. So it's all about the timing. Sometimes it's the right time. Sometimes it's not the right time, right? Contact the people. Write a big, long list of everybody you know and don't prejudge. You know, don't prejudge. One of the guys I sponsored, he's got a car collection and choke a horse, right? I mean, incredible stuff, right? People prejudge other people. They think, oh, well, he's got a lot of money. He doesn't need this, right? There's people getting in all over the place that have already got a lot of money. You know why? People who've got a lot of money know where the money is. A lot of people who don't have the money go, oh, no, I don't want to talk to my friends. What will they think? Well, they might think that you're pretty sharp. You found a way to make some more money, to get healthy, right? Absolutely. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Imagine, look, we're going to be a bit short, sharp and shiny tonight. We won't go for the full hour. But it's time to take that big handful of nothing that you've got and turn it into something. You've already got a handful of nothing. Now's the time to turn it into something by contacting people, by showing the plan, by following up, and over and over and over and over and over again. You know, when we were up at the function, I saw that they were starting in another country, in Spain. And years ago, I went over to Spain with the hydrogen systems. and I have one bloke's number left in my phone from Spain. I thought, oh, geesh, I haven't spoken to him for probably 6-7 years. And so I rang and no answer. I sent him a message and just said, hey, Alex, are you still in Spain? And anyway, he said, yeah. And I said, good. He said, but currently I'm in Saudi Arabia. I'm working in Holland. And I'll be back in Spain on the weekend. Oh, good. Okay. Guess what? He's about to get the plan. Now, this guy's making money doing what he's doing. He's making money. All right? And so, but I'd already, made my mind up. He's getting in. I need a business in Spain. It's just that simple. I don't know. And if he's not, I'll get names and numbers out of him for somebody else. You know people all over the place. Paul, the guy I was talking to, Paul McInerney, Paul was saying that, he uses the third person approach. Who do you know that wants to earn more money, feel better, retire easier, have all day, every day free, and travel? Do you know anybody who wants to do any of that? Well, yeah, me. Oh, you. Oh, okay. Well, look, what appeals to you most? Well, the money and the travel. All right. Well, how about we sit down and have a cup of coffee in the next day or so? So he's just using a third person approach. Do you know anyone? And if you go through those things, making money, feeling healthier, have more energy, retire easier, if they sit there and go, oh, geez, no, I don't know anyone like that, right? You're clearly talking to the wrong person. Move on, right? Move on. And, one of the things that I saw at the function also, one of the guys mentioned it, the amount of people walking across stage making large sums of money. I've been around networking for over 30 years. I have never in my entire life witnessed that amount of people making that amount of money per year in any other network ever. Ever. You work it out. Some of these people making 100 grand a year have still got jobs. So whatever your salary is now, throw another 100K on top of it. How's that feel? Right? You think about this. $250,000 in on top of what you already got. Well, I'm thinking whatever you got would be second by now. Right? And the other thing is, that what we have to understand is this is just beginning. What do I mean by that? There's 0.6% of the people in Australia in isogenics. That's it. We're only in a handful of other countries, and we haven't even covered Australia yet. Guys, imagine what it's going to be like when isogenics has been here for 20 years. Right? It's been here for 10. Imagine the amount of people going across stage making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year by simply, now here's all we're doing. We've changed our line of supply for some of our food. We order in advance. We share that idea with our family and friends. We teach those who see it the same way as we do to get in and do the same things. And by doing that process over and over and over again, working in depth, building down, you can make a fortune. It's just nuts. But you've got to be the transference. You've got to transfer that belief. You've got to transfer the knowledge. It's got to just sort of pop out of you. You've just got to let it out, right? And boy, I'll tell you what, this time next year, after we've been to Celebration, the stories will be amazing. Because each and every one of you on this call have the ability to go out and do this. You really do. The reason you're not is you're doubting your own ability. You're double guessing all the time. Stop doing that. That's destructive stuff, right? Just go and do it. Don't doubt your ability. You'll talk to people about the weather. You'll talk to people about all manner of things. We'll talk to people about your business. Talk to people about their future, their happiness, their finances, their health. You see, if you don't convey that message out there, then who will? We have the Chatham system. And that's the best thing in isogenics. And we have the Chatham system. And it's the most painful and worst thing in isogenics if you don't use it. If you use it, it's beautiful. It's fantastic. It'll make you a fortune. If you don't use it, it'll frustrate you knowing that you had your hands on the bar of gold, but you just didn't want to carry it. All right? Guys, here's the deal. If they're warmed up to body temperature, breathing, over the age of 18, and come within 3 feet of you, fair game. Okay? Warmed up to body temperature, breathing, over the age of 18, and come within 3 feet of you, it could be just a question like this. Mate, look, this is just a shot in the dark. But are you open to making a few extra dollars? Well, hell yeah. Good. And away you go. Book a plan. Do you send him a link? Depends. Do you want to send him a link? It's up to you. Just book a meeting. Go and show him. If you send him a link, that's another couple of days you've got to wait. Then you've got to ring him to find out whether he saw the link. Right? I'm not saying don't use the links. I'm just saying, put the pedal down and go hard. Contact them this morning, show them the plan tonight. Leave some time in there for them to get a bit curious about what it might be, because curiosity opens the mind. Oh, geez, I wonder what that guy was talking about. I wonder if, oh, wow, that could be good. Oh, it might be this, it could be that. Once his mind's open, bingo, away they go. All right, now I'm going to unmute everybody. Everybody's unmuted. All right, anybody got any questions?
No.
Pretty straightforward.
Just need action.
Just need action. Yeah.
Just one thing with that Kylie Robinson, I think she was saying when we're at listen to her speak, that meeting with he had with Jackson Parr is the only house personal she has done. Every other meeting has been in depth.
Yeah, every other meeting's been in depth. Yep.
Yeah, that was the only one she did for herself.
Yeah. Yep. And, that's the principle, and she's the biggest income earner in the country.
Yeah.
So what are you going to take from that?
Work depth.
Work depth, right? Sponsor somebody, go help them build a business.
Yeah.
They've sponsored people, go help them sponsor people, build a business. Work depth, work depth, work depth. All righty. All right, guys. Well, early minutes tonight. I'll stop recording